Alright everybody, how we doing? Little update on the Mustang. Been working a lot on it. As you can see by the mess. Don't mind the mess. Got all the front suspension cut off now. Just got to grind a few more welds down. Gonna get that ready for the Mustang 2 front cross member. Got the frame rail connectors in. There's one. There's the other one. Trying to determine if I'm going to leave the dash in it or not. And just get rid of it and just use a sheet metal dash. Might be a little easier to put the cage in with just a sheet metal dash in it. Here's the rear. We picked up the rear from a local pull-it-yourself junkyard, which I won't mention any names. It's out of a 2000 Explorer. Disc brakes. This had the 373 gears in it with a limited slip. Got all the old brackets cut off, except the sway bar brackets. I'm not sure. I might use the factory sway bar brackets that came on the rear. Just waiting for the 4-link kit and also the Panhard bar kit. The 4-link kit. There's the... Alright, there's one of the subframe connectors. Now these are Competition Engineering subframe connectors. They are actually, because of when you put them in, the way they're supposed to be, they sit a little low in the car. And I didn't want them to sit that low in the car. And so actually what I did was I put them in here. They're actually upside down, the way that I have them in. They're upside down, and I have them, I crisscrossed them. The one on the driver's side is actually the one that's supposed to be on the passenger side, and vice versa with the one on the passenger side. That's actually the driver's side. And I did that because I don't want to lose ground clearance, because this car is going to be quite low to the ground, and I didn't want to lose too much ground clearance, so I put them in upside down and crossed them, which looks like it's going to work pretty good. Time will tell, but I got to get them all welded in yet. I know it's a little dark. I just a minute ago broke my only drop light bulb, so it's a little dark under here. Let me get back out to the front of the car. Here's actually the passenger side of the car, which somebody had said that I never show it, so not much to see. It looks the same way as the other side. There's not a lot on it. Pretty stripped apart right now. My frame rail again. Don't know if I'm going to leave the radiator support or just figure out a different way to mount the radiator, because I'll be going with a full aluminum racing radiator anyway. I don't know if I'll be able to get it to fit in there. Here's the back of the car. Now the tail light panel is getting replaced. That's probably the only factory piece of sheet metal left that I'm going to replace. The rest of it I'm just going to do repairs on. Since it's going to be a race car, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not looking for perfect, so. Again, there's the passenger frame rail connector. A lot of holes in that wheel well. I just got to sheet metal it all over. Now I found another 67 coupe on the internet that was years ago that was being built into a road race car. Got a lot of nice ideas off of that vehicle. So I might be incorporating some of that into this. But they didn't have a 4-link in that car. They were using a 3-link that came through the center of the floor there. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't think I am. I'm pretty well set on the 4-link. My new firewall that I'm about to cut apart, along with so much of the other sheet metal that I've already cut apart. A lot of money in sheet metal in this car. But it'll be safe for my son. My son's the one that's going to be driving it most of the time, so I wanted to make sure all the metal's good. Oh, somebody asked me about I got an email about the transmission, and there you go. That is the original 4-speed top loader for this car. When I bought the car, nobody even knew it was in the trunk. The trunk didn't open when I bought it, and there it was just laying in the trunk. Nobody even knew it. Those wheels, those are 18s. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them. My son and I were discussing it, and I think we're going to go to 17s because they seem to fit into the wheel wells a little better than the 18s. Gives me an idea on tire size though. Those are 245 45 18s. That I had 2 of them for the back. And then I also had 225 40 18s that I was going to put on the front, but I think we're going to go with a different size altogether. If you have a 67 Mustang, the little scoops on the side, you want to make them functional, take the little ornamental pieces out of there. And that's where your scoop goes, is right there. Get rid of those pieces in the middle there. I think these have to be cut out for the scoops to actually work, because the scoops bolt in here, I believe. So these can actually get cut out. And then they would cut. You would have a hose, a brake ducting hose, going from there in the opening through the floor here somewhere, going down to the brakes. So I got all the stuff coming for the 4-link for the rear. That should be here in a few days. After we get that pretty much set up, the next thing I got to do is order a roll cage for it. All my 4-links are coming from a company called Paul Horton's Welder Series, and they are on the internet. Just do a Google search for Paul Horton, and the roll cage is going to come from a company on the internet called Roll Cage Components. I talked to the gentleman from there already. Very, very nice guy. Actually, when we're ready for the cage, I'm going to call him He's in Virginia, and we're going to go on the phone and we're going to measure this car out so he can build a very nice tight fitting cage for me, and at a really, really good price. It's not going to be one of them universal kits. It's going to be a cage that's actually made for the car. So when we get more parts in and I get things put on, I'll be making more videos. Thanks for watching.